So far, no deal has been announced between Iran and the United States of America. Oil is dropping, oil is trading, even though the stock market is closed today. We'll talk about what could potentially happen here, how this could affect XRP, how this could affect the crypto market in general. Also, some interesting data about Japan and XRP, Visa and XRP, and what's happening with the XRP ETFs. Please read the disclaimer. All I ask from you, I'm a simple man, is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smash that like button. Let's try to get 1,000 likes on this video. I know you guys can do it. So let's get into it. Currently, XRP is sitting at $1.35. The crypto market, you can see Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, the top five, you could call them the top four. They're basically flat since right, a little bit up, a little bit down, since the news came out about the potential agreement that is getting, some are saying closer, some are saying farther away. Right now, if we're looking at this week, we were supposed to, like, the feeling was, if we go back 48 hours ago, the feeling was, oh, they're going to attack. Then Trump tweeted out and it seemed, oh, there's a deal. Then he tweeted out and it seemed, oh, wait a second, they might be farther than expected. Maybe there's going to be a half deal and they continue the deal later. Maybe something will come out today. It is Memorial Day, so I don't know, and the stock market is closed. So I don't know if Trump would announce anything today out of respect. But if there's a deal in place, and they have it signed and they agreed about everything, would he not announce it? Would he wait to tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon to do that? I don't know. But it will be very interesting to see how this plays out. We do have PCE inflation data, which usually has been the preferred Fed data regarding inflation, and also the first quarter GDP is going to come out on Thursday. So Thursday is going to be a very interesting day coming this week. And of course, we have this tweet from Trump that says, two sources close to Trump negotiation team says Trump is completely backing away from the U.S.-Iran deal under extreme internal pressure from Israel and U.S. domestic allies, urging him not to accept Iran's terms. After this, Trump posted an image of Mark 84 bomb on a fighter jet with the signature, "Thank you for your attention to this matter," catchphrase stenciled directly on the bomb on Truth Social. You can see this is what President Trump tweeted out. Iran earlier warned already that the agreement will be completely canceled due to ongoing U.S. obstructions on key clauses. The deal has never existed, is now publicly collapsing. So, listen, I've gone through 48 hours of emotional roller coaster here. Wait, where's my button? Where's my button? Whoa. We thought, oh, let's get ready. Let's get the bomb shelter ready, right? Everything is going to be okay, right? We don't need to freak out. It's going to be right there. They have agreements to, well, maybe there's no agreement to, now the probability maybe of agreement is dropping. So I don't know. We'll see. Oil came down. So oil is actually trading today, even though the stock market is closed. And it dropped all the way down to the 90s, so under 100. Gold and silver actually popped, right? So there's more probability of a conflict, right? When gold and silver go up, it's a flight, of course, to quote unquote stability, a safe haven with against conflict and all that. So we're seeing Brent under 100 even as well, Brent oil and crude oil. So this will be very interesting to see what plays out. I kind of got stuck a little bit there because I was thinking about the conversation I had with my youngest son on Sunday. He asked me, will there be any more sirens? I don't know what they told him in kindergarten, what happened there. But I said that we won't probably have sirens for the foreseeable future. Only on Memorial Day, we have like a siren, a minute of remembrances. Hopefully that's the situation. But it's just kind of a wild reality that you have to have that kind of conversation with your kids. So, it is what it is, but hopefully we don't have to, go through something like that again. I'm kind of torn because on the one hand, I want them to finish the job to secure security for a long time, but on the flip side, I don't want to go through, the situations again, with the ballistic missiles and the markets. I don't know if the markets are going to like it long term. I don't know if it's going to be good for U.S. markets. So it's kind of a torn situation right now. Let me know in the comment section. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? There might be like maybe a partial agreement. Um, Maybe they open the strait, but then that's their leverage, right? Their whole leverage is the strait, right? The only reason why it's they've not been brought to their knees is because of the oil. And you can see oil and LNG tankers are exiting the Strait of Hormuz bound for Pakistan and China as shipping slowly resumes, according to Reuters. So maybe they do a half deal here and allow certain specific assets to come out of the strait and relieve some of the pressure on the oil market, and then continue the negotiation over the next few months. And no deal comes out, in the next 48 hours or anything like that. But it's confusing, and we'll see what will happen with that. And of course, again, if oil stays high, it affects inflation, it affects interest rates, and of course that affects crypto, XRP, and so on. We've smashed this subject so much over the past few days. Hopefully you understand it and you're explaining it to your friends already. By the way, that's the best way to get something into your brain. I found is explaining it to others, right? So you read something, let's say you're trying to learn for a test, and then you go and explain it to someone else. That's how it, for me at least, it gets stuck in my memory. And then when you get to the test, it's much easier to pull that out of your brain. I don't know. That's just me. So teaching actually helps me remember. Japan said to approve potentially its first XRP ETF before 2028. This is, very, very interesting. For the time being, we don't have any ETFs in Japan, but potentially going forward, if the regulatory landscape in Japan changes, then potentially we could see this. Of course, we all are waiting for more XRP ETFs, but it seems that after the slew of XRP ETFs before October 10th, since then there hasn't been a lot of them, right? Because the crypto market has been in a bearish movement. You could call it crypto winter, and that's why it's less, enticing for these companies to put out a new product when there's not a lot of interest. Although, we have seen that XRP ETFs see daily inflows for all of May, no net outflows since April 30th. Products attracted 116.74 million in May. So they have been successful, but not Ethereum numbers, not Bitcoin numbers. So we haven't seen a lot of new products come out. Maybe the market is saturated for now with enough of them. Of course, we don't have any of the big dogs, Fidelity, no BlackRock. And again, once Clarity Act passes, if it passes, right, let's knock on wood, that the money starts flowing back in, and then potentially we could see a BlackRock or Fidelity come out with an XRP ETF. This is interesting. RLUSD's volume continues to rise significantly on Visa. We've talked about this in the past. The fact that Visa, MasterCard have been shifting towards the crypto market because they understand that stablecoins could potentially push them totally out of the game. And so a few years ago, we already talked about how they were shifting towards the crypto market, to blockchain, to tokenization. And stablecoins, I just saw on YouTube multiple articles on mainstream media, Fox, MSNBC, about stablecoins, about how stablecoins could potentially, be integrated significantly into the U.S. lives. and how around the world it's continuing to develop as well. We already have the Genius Act, with put some rules in place, but clarity will give more guidance on what can be used and how it can be used. So this is going to be very, very important for the crypto market and for XRP going forward. Don't forget to smash the like button. Check out the links in the description down below. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.